Hi, my name's Ian, and this is the Rode Procaster dynamic microphone. It's a great mic for vocal recording. The Procaster is literally built like a brick. It's a dynamic mic with a cardioid polar pattern. Although it kind of resembles a studio condenser, it's an end address, and that means the capsule is spoken into from the top, and it's set in its own shock absorption mount inside. It's tough and heavy with a thick metal body and weighs in at around 1.5 pounds. So you need a good solid stand in order to hold all that weight. Its frequency range goes from 75 Hz to 18 kHz, so it has an inbuilt high-pass filter effect in the way that it sounds. It's tailored for the voice with a slight mid-bass boost and a presence boost in the top end. Output impedance is 320 ohms and sensitivity is -56 dB, which means that it does need quite a lot to drive it properly. It comes with a ring mount stand clip and a bag to hold it in. You do need to be careful using the clip stand because it holds the mic at the very bottom, and the full weight of the mic itself makes it quite easy to topple. It comes with a warranty of 1 year with a free extension to 10 years following registration on the Rode website, where you need to provide proof of purchase, although I can't really see this breaking too easily given the way that it's built, to be honest. Dynamic mics themselves are inherently very quiet and don't produce a lot of noise, but if you have to work with your preamp close to the top of its range, you will introduce noise from the preamp, not the microphone. Since dynamics aren't as sensitive as studio condensers, some people use them holding the mic extremely close like this and tend to almost shout into them in order to raise the gain at the recording end. The effect of this can be an overpowering bass response, which can be useful perhaps in radio broadcast for that fat type of sound, but for clean voice production on video, it mightn't be so desirable. I don't really understand why Rode suggests holding the mic no more than 2 inches from the mouth, because that can cause the very same thing. And for me personally, for my voice, I prefer to have the microphone just a little bit further away, and that takes that bass away a bit and gives you a more natural sound. To get around this, a fairly good preamp is needed in order to raise the gain just slightly so that you can get the mic a little further away from your mouth. The advantages of doing this are the fact that you get less overpowering bass, and plosives are then minimised. I'll try that again. And plosives are then minimised. And plosives are then minimised. Another get-around for the problem of preamp noise is to add phantom power and use a device like a Triton Fethead or a cloud lifter to boost the output of the mic, so that the gain of your preamp is lowered massively, resulting in lower noise levels. I found that using a Fethead gives me a lot of gain, allowing me to use even just a Saramonic battery-operated preamp to power it if I want, or if I'm at home, a standard desktop preamp. The Saramonic allows me to use the Procaster in mobile situations and gives me a lot of gain when I'm out and about. If you use a recorder like the Zoom H4n, then that already has 48-volt phantom power available straight from the unit for the Fethead. The H4 is quiet anyway, and having that gain set even lower makes it even quieter. This is the Procaster being used in the way that Rode suggests, no more than 2 inches from the mouth. This is the Procaster being used a little further back, about 9 inches or so. So for me, with the Procaster about 6 to 9 inches away from my mouth, as you can probably hear, the sound is balanced and noise is at a minimum. We'll have a listen for the noise, but I think my house is quite noisy, so we'll have a listen. I'm getting clocks and hums. Can you hear that? Many people would go directly for a studio condenser mic in order to record voiceover for their films, but using a dynamic does have some advantages in a home situation where you've got an awful lot more noise, and also because the room's not treated, you're not going to pick up so much of the room sound as perhaps a condenser would. So sometimes a dynamic can be a bit more useful, especially in the home. With a dynamic, you don't have as much of a problem with room acoustics. They're also mostly tailored to vocal pickup and the capsule is shielded from the body. They also withstand much rougher treatment without self-destructing, allowing you to handhold the mic in mobile situations since they don't need power to run. In a noisier environment, you don't have to worry so much about preamp noise since it wouldn't be heard, and dynamic mics do reject external sounds pretty well. The Procaster is currently being sold at £129 on Amazon, and it makes a really good choice for people wanting a clean but a robust audio for their filmmaking or voiceovers, especially for people when they don't have studios in their home and they've got rooms that are not treated. These types of microphones are fantastic for that. Cheers for now.